Oi boys, welcome to another video on the channel, back with some NRL tips and predictions finals week 2. There are 3 weeks left to go in the 2024 season, 5 games to go. So before we take a look at the preliminary qualifiers, we'll go ahead and take a quick gaze at how we did last week, how the games went, and no real surprises in terms of winners, as all the favourites did get up. We did get one perfect match with Manly winning a close game and DCE crossing the white line, so we'd love to see that. The other 3 margins and try scorers were way off. Penrith too good for the Chooks with the return of Nathan Cleary. The Melbourne Storm too classy with their big 4. Too classy, and Cronulla just made too many errors. Unfortunately for Nico, he had an absolute stinker, well, I think. So much so that the mainstream media personalities are calling for his head, which I think is a little bit harsh. And the dream season for the Bulldogs comes to an end with Manly edging them this Cowboys game, although the score was, well, the win was double digits. For the most part, the Knights were in it. KP played about as good as he could against a full-strength Cowboys outfit. Their defense was good for the most part. I thought the Knights and attack were more so the problem, especially late in the game. But yeah, back to the Manly Canterbury game, easily the match of the round, and that Tolutau match-winning try was high-key one of the cleanest. It was video game-like. But yeah, a mad first week of finals. Let's go ahead and take a look at what week 2 holds for us, take a look at how these teams line up, and make some picks. For the most part, both these sides will be fielding the same team, but there is a potential switch for the Sharkies as they have Jesse Ramian in reserve, so we'll read through their squad altogether, seeing it's only 2 matches. Starting with the backs for the Sharks, Will Kennedy, Shaneka Atoa, Susi Fadalakai, Keo Iro, Ronaldo Mulitalo, and in the halves, Braden Trindle and Nico Hines. For the Cowboys, they have Scott Drinkwater, Kyle Felt, Val Holmes, Viliami Vailea, Marita Ulangi, and in their halves, Tom Dearden and Jake Clifford. The forward pack for the Sharkies, Toby Rudolph, Blake Brayley, Oregon Gofusi, Britton Nikora, Teague Wilton, and Cam McInnes. And for the Cowboys, Jesse McLean, Reece Robson, Jason Dalmalolo, Harlem Lukey, Jeremiah Nanai, and Ruben Cotter. Coming off the pine for the Sharks, Daniel Atkinson, Jack Williams, Royce Hunt, and Tom Hazelton. Braden Hamlin-Uele, 18th man. For the Cowboys, Sam McIntyre, Harrison Edwards, Kulikefu Finefuaki, and Griffin Neem. Jackson Purdue, their 18th man. So yeah, like I said, potential for Ramian to come back into the right center position, so that'll mean Talakai will drop to the bench, and I think jersey 15 for Jack Williams. Coming off the pine might be more beneficial for the Sharks, as he's had more impact for them coming off the pine in the past this season. As for our pick in this match, such a tough one to make a decision on, as I do feel like it could go either way. Both teams 1-1 for the regular season. If we're looking at form heading into this, the Cowboys are on a heater, 4 wins in a row, so they've got a bit of momentum here. We definitely didn't see the best Sharks team last week, but I feel like if they can sort out their discipline, they should be able to put the Cowboys away here. So that's who I'll be leaning towards. We've seen how dominant the Sharks can be, especially when the game plan is simplified. I'm back in a Nico bounce back, man. On the flip side of the Cowboys, I've always been iffy on choosing them, as they've never really been convincing even in their wins, and have at times struggled to go the distance. So yeah, I think it's going to be another classic between these two, like the one we've seen in seasons past. For try scorers, I'm actually going to go through the middle here and back my boy who saluted in the past. Cowboys also susceptible to letting these big lads through. Give me big Tom Hazelton to fall over for a meat pie, and that is Sharks 1-12. And back at Allianz Saturday night for the Roosters versus the Sea Eagles, and here's how they line up. Starting with the Roosters here, their back 5, Tedesco, Daniel Tupou, Joseph Sualii, Joseph Manu, Dominic Young. On the halves, Luke Keary and Sandon Smith. For Manly, Tom Jaboyevich, Tommy Talau, Tolutau Kola, Ruben Garrick, Lehi Hopoate, and in the halves, Luke Brooks and Daly Cherry Evans. The forward pack, one of the new names, Jared Hargreaves, at hooker, Connor Watson, Lindsay Collins, Angus Crichton, and Sitili Tuponua in the back row, and in the 13, Naufahu Whites. For Manly, Daniela Paseka, Lachlan Croker, Matt Lodge, Haumole Olakawatu, Kyle Lawton, and Jake Trbojevic. And on the bench for the Roosters, Siwa Wong, Spencer Lemieux, Nat Butcher, Terrell May, Zach Clay, 18th man. One player to note in the 22, Victor Radley, so he'll probably slide back into the back row, with Tuponua dropping back to the bench in place of, I guess, Siwa Wong. For Manly, they have, coming off the pine, Ben Trbojevic, Josh Aloiai, Ethan Bullimore, Nathan Brown. 18th man, Clayton Fa'ulalo. So both teams fielding a pretty heavy bench. Looking at their history here, Manly with the slight edge, 22 out of 42 played. More recently though, during the regular season, they are 1 apiece, with both their wins being 1 to 12 points. As for who I'll be taking, I'm going to lean towards the home side here, although I do think DCE does have the potential to have one of those takeover games. I see him being the dominant half. I think out of all the halves on the field, he definitely has the best kicking game. More importantly, long as there will be the kick type to allow DCE to get somewhat of a grip on the game. So that threat's there, DCE. Why I'll be back in the chooks though is the forward packs, the battle between the forward packs. I think the Roosters pack on paper at least are a class above, especially if you're comparing them. It's truly all on the spine to get their attack flowing. But yeah, nothing much else to say about this game. I've got the Roosters. I do think it'll be 1 to 12 points. For try scorers, we're going to take the milestone man, James Tedesco, their skipper. I think it's game 250. We'll back him to cross the white line in a grueler. And that about wraps up our tips and predictions week 2 of finals. These videos are getting shorter and shorter as per usual. Let us know who you got in the semi-finals, the winner, a margin, and a try scorer. For now, we are going to call it there. As always, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to run straight at that like button, and for more rugby league related content or more content in general, go ahead and drop your boy a cheeky sub. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you